Have you guys ever had sex?
A time or two.
Honestly, same.
Heathens!
And then it's the music.
Boom. Now the music is happening. The music is happening, but it should be really sexual. It should be super sexual.
It should be
Honestly, same.
Ooh, honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly,
Honestly,
same.
same.
Honestly,
Honestly, same.
same. Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
Honestly, same.
What?
I was gonna say jazzy.
I was singing the sex song
Yeah,
that we
you were
all
getting to-
prepared.
I'm still like
Also, I
thinking.
feel like your
all
mic's
prepared.
about to fall out.
Oh no.
Yeah. Do you want that down?
Yeah. Well,
This. Okay, so you can move. See, I told you.
wait.
He
okay.
makes it so that
There
we
go.
can't do. He makes it.
I
so,
know. He wants us to seem incompetent.
Yeah.
I'm strong.
That's one thing that Nick will do if he like puts my water bottle, like if it's one of those screw-in water bottles that I use, he will make it too tight, and then I can't do it by myself.
You say something about screw?
Speaking of screwing.
Speaking of screwing, hey guys, welcome to the show.
It's XXX.
Welcome to Honestly Same After Dark.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty good,
What's your
right?
name?
Oh, we have to have like sex names?
She just meant introduce yourself. What's your stripper name?
But sure, what's your sex name?
What's your porn star name?
Dirty
You were like,
Dan.
What? I thought you literally were asking like, what's your like Honestly Same After Dark character?
Okay, but we should have one. Okay.
My
it has to
real
be...
name.
No.
Oh.
I don't care about your real name anymore.
Nope, it's too late for that now.
What's my
You have a
sex
hair.
name?
Come here.
It has to be R and then Ross. So it's got to be something that starts with an R.
It has to be an. Oh no, I had something because I know I'm gonna go next. And,
Licky Leah.
oh,
He's fired.
yeah.
Guys, I have put the beginning of this episode off the rails.
Yeah, you really have.
And it was
I thought this was going to be a tame, wholesome family environment.
this was supposed to be our most family friendly episode.
But now you gotta hide your kids, hide your
Yep.
wife,
because we're getting dirty this episode.
because Lickin' Leah's coming to town.
Licking Lee is coming to town.
And Raunchy Ross.
Raunchy Ross. Okay.
Bunghole Brittany.
I don't like yours. Why did we let him pick ours?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
fair.
know why you let me pick yours,
All right,
honestly.
Ron,
I
Ross,
didn't let him pick mine. He just came out with it.
Explain the game.
Well, what
Since
are
you're
we
in the
doing
captain's
I
here
should
today
know.
on this episode of Honestly Same? Well, Samesies, you're going to get to know us a lot better than probably you ever have before in
And
the
probably
past
more than you
episode.
want
I was
to
gonna
know.
And
just
more
say.
than you truly want to, because we're not really strangers again, but this time it's the XXX
It's just going to be our
edition.
partners watching this episode. Everyone else is going to be like, oh.
What? Yeah, you're gonna have to let us know the viewage of this one.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know. We'll get
Perfect,
into it. But yeah,
perfect.
we're going to we got 3 stacks of cards here. Each of them are different levels of raunchy, I
You
suppose.
put the raunchiest ones near me. Did you know?
Well, you are licking Leah.
You are licking Leah. Yeah.
Bunghole Brittany.
I
Not
didn't
even
choose it.
butthole. Bunghole Brittany.
I mean, I don't know. Leah backed it up, so it kind of sounds like this maybe.
It wasn't good. It wasn't a good one.
What's your better one? I accept Raunchy Ross. She accepts licking Leah.
I did not accept that.
She's taking it on as her new
Okay.
character.
Bootylicious?
Ooh, okay.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
I only say that because my grandma gave my brother a Christmas card once that said she used to put like something like that rhymed like that, and she put Bodacious Brandon, and he was reading it at like 7, and he was like Bootylicious Brandon.
I
So
love that
that's where I
for
go.
him.
That is so good. Bootylicious Brittany.
Yeah.
Well, we've all got our names now that we're all very happy with.
Leah's really just stuck with her.
That's all right. You know what?
Do you have a better one?
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know
your
if
what
I
you
do.
can see?
Well,
I'll just
I'm
scream it
sure
out.
Pretty much anything would be better than licking. That's like okay. That's like what my grandma and now my whole family. That like we say that to our pets. We go, "You want a licking? Like get like a
Oh,
licking."
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's your dominatrix name.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
There we
You
go.
did that. I had to pull
it's
you
gotta
out
be
of that to come back and do this
Like
show.
not licking.
Licking.
Like with
Like
like
a-
a.
Yeah. Licking Leah. Yeah, that was what you were.
Which is weird because I always tell Beans he's gonna get a licking on the seat.
Sexy.
Yep. You're gonna
Speaking
get a
of
licking on
sexy-
the
Flex
seat.
card. Okay.
Do you want to play this game? Do we want to go ahead and do this? We all determined that we might have had sex
Hold
before.
on. Do we all consent to playing this game?
That is
No.
a literal rule that this game makes you follow
I
in
am
the rule
chained
book.
to this table on the underside.
That's your thing. You're a dominatrix. That's your
That means
world.
I
You
do the
liked it.
chaining. I thought you liked it.
Well, I'm ready if you are.
Yeah. Do
Okay,
you want to
let's
go
go.
first?
Am I going first?
You
All
do
right.
have to go first.
Which deck do I pull from? I want you guys to choose. Are we
Oh, should
starting?
we choose? No. Okay. No, you gotta.
Do
you?
we just dive right in, or do we start off like
'Cause
soft start?
We've got single X, double X, and triple X decks here.
Well, I have not read any of these cards, so I think we should soft start because I have no clue what to expect.
All right, here we go. First card. Have you ever been someone's first time, and how did it go? I have personally never been someone's first time.
Yes, and not great.
I don't think I've ever been somebody's first time. No, I don't think I ever have.
Okay, that was easy.
Hey, that was a nice soft start.
I'm gonna do a 2x. Social norms aside, what would your ideal relationship look like? That is
That seems like a regular we're not really
that's
strangers.
just like a really normal question.
They just slid that in there.
Yeah.
I mean, we can skip it if you
Yeah,
want.
we're gonna have to skip
Yeah,
it. I'm
that
gonna pick
one's-
another one.
Because I feel like that's not spicy.
That's not a sexy question. What would you describe your flirting style? How would you describe your flirting style? Wrong question. Okay. I would say, I don't know. I'm not really consciously aware when I'm flirting. It's just like a thing that happens.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I would say it also depends on the gender.
Yeah. I was going to say for most of the time, it's for me like awkward and probably making fun of you a little bit. Like,
I'm a lot more
probably-
shy
Yeah.
if I'm interested in you.
I'm definitely awkward. Just in general.
I f-
But then like
Look at
add
me
on
as flirting
the-
with everybody.
but then if I like you, then I'm like even more awkward. I look back to like the first messages because Nick and I started talking on Messenger before we were talking on like our actual like texting each
Yeah.
other, and like I was not very nice to him.
wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
I was like kind of insulting him.
Incredible.
So I'm like that kid that pushes you down at recess. I'm like,
Very,
I like you.
Very dominatrix.
I like
of
you.
Yeah,
Well,
very
imagine
dominatrix
that.
of me.
I would say mine would be probably way too timid at first, but then once the door is open, then it's just like, hey, yeah.
Mine is a lot of compliments if it's a girl, and if it's a guy, I don't really know if there's any flirting until we've already crossed a boundary.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I will be flirty. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Leah?
I already answered.
It's your
Your
turn to pick a card.
Oh.
I've already answered.
Was mine not good enough?
I push people down.
I push people down
What
in the
do
dirt
you not understand?
awkwardly. But
Oh,
awkwardly.
we're going triple X.
This
Alright.
is closest to me, so this is
That's
just
fair.
what I'm grabbing. Has a private part ever left a lasting impression? Explain. I've had private parts that left a lasting expression in bad ways.
Lasting expression.
A lasting impression. A lasting impression in bad ways and in good ways. Whether it was like just something where it was like the shape, where it was like either pleasurable because of the way that it was shaped,
Little curvy.
little curve in there. I've also had like a negative experience where like I will say like as somebody that's a small person, like when they say size matters, it goes in both directions. Like sometimes there can be too much.
Yeah,
And
that could be
then-
too much of a good thing.
Yeah. So I will say, and I've also had the direct opposite of that. So yeah, I would say that there have been plenty of private parts that have left a lasting impression.
Private
for me.
parts that have left a lasting impression. Mm.
Boobies.
I've seen some good boobs. I know. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know what Ross's answer is, but all I can think about is boobs
I
right now.
mean,
Yeah.
your boobs are great. There are definitely some wonderful boobs.
Some nice tatas.
There's some other things that can leave a lasting impression of.
It says explain.
There's differences in how things feel sometimes.
Sure.
Sometimes things feel amazing. Other times they're just like, yeah, that was pretty good, but this one was amazing. So yeah, is there one that like sticks out? Not that I would answer it here, but there's not like something that I would say above the rest. But like, does that happen? Like, yeah, it has happened.
Yeah, I've seen a couple good pairs of tatas, and I agree with Leah that it can go. The spectrum of sizing can go both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That was
What?
I'm next, right? Didn't you? You
Oh,
pulled
yeah.
that.
I don't know. It's always my turn. I don't know how it happens.
I'll join Leah on the triple
doing
X.
triple
Oh,
side
nice.
here. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard do you like to be choked? 1 meaning not at all, or 10 meaning no air.
No air. Jordan Sparks.
I don't know that.
And Chris Brown.
I don't know that.
Speaking of choking people.
Yeah, what the hell?
We do not condone in that way.
This podcast is not a fan of Chris Brown. I don't like to be choked, so I don't know.
So you're opting out.
So
yeah,
you're
I don't
a
know
one?
if I don't. Yeah, probably a 1. I guess I've never really given it a full shot though, so who knows? Could be a 9.
4.
I'd say I'm around a 4, probably 2. I would rather choke somebody than be choked. For sure.
Yeah.
Am I missing out? That's the That's the
bit.
follow up to that question.
It's
really?
more of like if you're letting somebody dominate you in that moment. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like where you're watching somebody kind of do their thing and you're just like, ooh, damn. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can still breathe.
Yeah,
That's
so
what
not
we're
a
looking
10,
for.
not no air that reference.
I'm a little girl.
I'm just a girl. At the
I'm
end of the
just a
day, I'm just a
baby.
girl.
1 or no air at all.
All right, can I pull my
It
card?
is now your
Okay,
turn,
great.
Brittany. Here, I'll scoot this over there.
What's the nastiest room you've ever had sex in? Describe it in detail. Well, I started having sex a little too early, so I would say probably I won't say whose. A teenage boys' room.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that's what they mean by nasty because I've never been
Because
in
have
any
you
other
ever
type
been?
of,
I was
like,
gonna say, have you ever
dungeon.
been in like a creepy teenage boys? Like they don't have like sheets. Why
Yeah.
don't you have sheets on your bed?
God, yeah. I've definitely lowered my standards in that way. And just like in an uncleanly environment, a teenage boys' room.
Yeah, I would say the same for me. Teenage boys' room. That they're just like stony baloney kind of a person where like they just like had
Precisely.
like there was probably like just sprinkles of weed everywhere.
Yep,
and
an ashtray. They play like fucking WoW next to their bed.
There's like socks everywhere.
Yes, Mitch, and yeah,
Yeah.
like crusty socks.
Yeah. There's
Nasty.
it's just boy rooms.
Guys.
Boy rooms.
What's up? Oh, Ross is here.
Luckily, I don't think my room has ever looked that bad.
That's good.
According
I
to
don't
those
believe
things.
you.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think my room
you
was
were
ever
once
that
a
dirty?
teenage boy.
Oh no, yes. I'm not saying I didn't have a teenage boy room, but not that bad. Like that's
Not
a
a
lot.
crusty stock room.
No,
I
I don't
will
think so.
say Zach is like one of the cleanest people I've ever met. So like by the time, and he was only 21 when we got together, but his room was always like pristine.
I just thought of a funny story. Can I share a funny story?
Yeah.
Crusty sock made me think of this. So in my teenage boy bedroom, I guess this is a gross thing. My girlfriend and I at the time, we had a blanket that would be used to clean certain things. And one time, a friend of mine stayed over,
No.
and I didn't know until the next
You
morning.
didn't
my
give them a
God.
blanket?
We were teenage
Oh
boys.
my
We were
gosh.
just.
Yeah.
I was laying in
there
bed.
are, like,
He was laying on the floor.
Meme videos of people like when your friend forgets
And they have
forgets
like
to
a
give you
couch cushion on
they're
them?
like rolled up in the curtain.
But they had
And
the calm
he
blanket.
Had also other things blanket, because like if it'd be like that time of the month, she'd be like, yeah, just toss a blanket down, it's fine.
Got it.
So I woke up the next day and I was like, oh no.
Did you tell
Did
him?
you sleep with that? I can't remember if I told him or not. I think I might have, and we laughed about it, and he was like, oh my god. And maybe
He wasn't like, this is a rough blanket.
apparently not. Yeah, he's like rolling around in like all
He's
this like
burritoed in it when you wake
crusty,
up.
like
Oh my
yeah.
gosh.
But yeah, I woke up the next day and I do remember being like, you did not sleep with that, did you? What was the original question?
Nasty
Grossest room. There was like a friend of hers house that just, I don't know. I guess it wasn't gross. It was just like a kind of an empty room.
How about by the pool?
That's not a room.
Yeah, but it's outside, and you
Oh,
could
well
think
then,
that's
okay.
gross.
Then that would be my answer. Yeah.
Outdoors is kind of icky, I feel like.
Outdoors on the ground beside a pool.
Yeah,
That way, if that counts as a room, then that one counts.
I would say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's my answer.
All right. Is it my turn now?
Yep.
I'm going to grab a double X this time.
Okay, you go ahead and hand her that card.
Oh my God.
I hope people watch the videos of these because I'm just such an asshole if you can't see what's happening.
For all those at home who are not watching, Brittany just keeps stealing cards.
I just always want to be the one that grabs the card.
This one is, has anyone been to a sex party? Would you go again? I have never been to a sex party. I've been to a pure romance party.
What's
Does
that?
that count?
I've also been to a pure romance. It's a sex toy party.
It's
Oh.
where like somebody gets up and they like try. It's like an infomercial, but for sex toys.
And then you buy them, and then you go
sounds-
home.
Oh, I don't want to spend the money, but that would be so fun to try and sell people a sex toy.
It's always like really charismatic, cool girls that are like, and this one, and
Yeah,
this one,
and
and you
they,
like
like-
you go because you're like, I'll go because I'll support this person.
oh, but
or
it's
I'll
not
go
like
'cause
it's funny. It's not like a.
And then you spend $250.
Oh.
You do.
Yeah.
You do be spending money.
What if
Because
I
you're
was
like,
the one selling
you're like,
them?
oh,
Would
now I
anyone
have
buy
this
them?
body oil, even though I have really sensitive skin that makes me smell like a cupcake.
Correct.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
I
I've
don't know
never,
if that counts,
I've never
but-
been to a sex party.
I
or
have
a true
not
romance
either.
party.
Okay. That
My
makes
turn.
it your turn.
Raunchy
Single?
Ross.
Do you
Raunchy
want
Ross.
to actually? Do you want to pick my card for
Nope,
me?
I don't.
All right, we're gonna pull from the single X card. Let's go back to this one. And single X, sure. The question it's asked is, do you think? I didn't read the whole thing, and now this is amazing. Do you think I spit or swallow? Explain.
How is that a single X?
I don't know, but that is incredible.
I think you swallow.
Yeah, you seem like a swallow kind of person to me.
Thanks.
Pretty raunchy.
Are
All
we
right.
each
I mean, no,
guessing-
I really like that we're only answering for you. Like, it's perfect that you pulled that card.
Oh my God.
I see what's happening here. Okay.
All right.
Bullying me and no one else is answering.
That was
it.
funny
All
as
right.
fuck. Okay.
She immediately just grabbed another card.
How would you rate your head game? Okay, so we're not getting
Yeah,
around
there
it
you
very
go,
well.
Brittany.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's one way you could improve your score? I would rate mine a 10, and I'm very positive with that. I feel very, what word am I looking for?
Sure.
Sure.
Slutty. Oh.
That's a good word. That's a good one. Yeah, no, I have been given lots of compliments, and I have also given tips to my friends who have gotten lots of compliments.
Okay.
So
okay.
I feel good about that.
I would say I'm probably about the same, just because I'm never doing it for long. We'll just say that.
There we go.
The results speak for themselves. You want to answer that last card too while you're at it?
But I feel like as far as like the tips or I could probably do it more. I don't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't think it's fun. It's not fun for me.
It depends on the circumstance. Honestly, my jaw just hurts. Like, immediately, my jaw's, like, uncentered or whatever. Like, when I open my mouth, it clicks.
Yeah.
So, it can get uncomfortable, but it's not, like, an unpleasant task.
Yeah. No, I'm like immediately focusing on every way that I'm uncomfortable in that position.
Yeah, for sure. I'm
'Cause I'm
definitely,
like,
like, get to the point,
Yeah. That's exactly.
but I
Which-
will get
That
you to
makes
the
sense.
point.
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yes.
Ross.
We're all about to sound like cocky motherfuckers on this episode. I would say 10. I have been consistently told it would be, if they were rating it, it would be also a 10. So I would lean on that side of the scale. How could I get better? Is that what the other part was? I don't know. I'm gonna be honest. I enjoy doing it. So I don't know if there's like,
If there's
I
like
couldn't
more
think
you
of-
could be doing.
yeah,
I guess
I don't
it would
know.
depend on your
I'm
partner
just-
too. Like if your partner was like, "Hey, could you
Yeah.
do more of this, less of that?"
Yeah.
something
maybe
like that.
circumstantial.
For sure.
But yeah, I feel like from what I've
We're
gathered,
all like, we're doing
Yeah,
really good.
That's
So, 10
all of
and
us.
no notes from me.
Our past partners are like, "Oh God."
I know. So, we're going to
Oh,
get, like,
honey.
a form spring made or
So,
something.
yeah, someone somewhere is like, oh, really? Yeah,
Oh, that's
okay.
what you think. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go triple. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
'Cause you just went right.
Did I go? I did the swallow. You just did that. You just took another turn.
Oh my God. god.
don't know why. It always feels like it's my turn.
Oh my god.
Oh god. I'm not getting a card until someone gives me a card.
Oh my god. All right. This one is where's the most unexpected place you've ever masturbated?
Oh.
I would say either in the car
I've also done that.
or like at one point when I was working somewhere in the bathroom at work.
Yeah, I mean both of those.
I would say
Work,
car or
bathroom,
vacation.
or car.
Vacation, I feel like, is a good place to do it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I think
You're relaxed.
yes. I think at the time I was like, is this curious? Because I wasn't home. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just jerk off anywhere.
I feel like guys are just like that. Like Nick pulled a butt muscle the other day and he's like, I can't jerk off right now because like
That's your
it
biggest
hurts."
problem.
That's
And
very sad.
he's-
I feel
I'm
so
like,
bad.
oh, it must be so horrible that you can't.
That's very sad.
And
Prayers.
guys can pee anywhere too. Like that must be the most convenient
Yeah.
shit ever. Like, oh, you're outside and there's no one around. I guess you could just pee right there.
Can drop both of those things. Could pee and jerk off. Same place.
You better be careful
Yep.
with that one.
I don't even have to move. I don't even have to move. Incredible.
Yeah, depends on where you are. that might be a little bit.
Ross is like, I'm at the park. Who cares?
Well, I can. If I wasn't supposed to, my arms wouldn't reach. Come on.
Oh god.
All right. I pulled another card. The best way to get me into bed is just say that. Ask. Just you literally just be like, hey, want to go do this? And I'll be like, it's so crazy. I have nothing to do today.
You know what? I've cleared my schedule.
I have no plans. That's insane how free I am right now, this very moment.
Mine is a back massage or promise of really good food after. That will get me right where I need to be.
Mine's like a shit ton of wine.
Oh yeah,
That's
that's like a no-brainer.
Yeah.
like 2 glasses. That's why if I'm drinking wine, that's the end game.
yeah, it's definitely wine for me.
Man.
Nick has said explicitly the fact that like he's like, when you're wine drunk, you will like shove your tongue down my throat. I never kiss him with tongue ever, but he says that when I'm
Wow.
sloppy wine drunk, that I'm
The
like
tongue's coming out.
French kissing him exclusively.
I like how you guys had specific
Bonjour.
things. And I'm like,
It's
Just
a little
Just
bit more
ask.
difficult to get a girl to be like
Yeah.
excited
Yeah.
to like go to bed. Just like, I guess if this is just like out of the blue, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If somebody just was like, if they just walked into your house and they were like, you want to go have sex? You would just be like, yeah, okay.
Yes or no?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, for me, I'm like, yeah, there's got to be like incentive. So I feel like the
Yeah,
wine
if-
just gets me there. I
That
don't
makes
know.
sense. If she just
Yeah.
walked in my apartment and looked at me the right way, I'd be like, yeah, that's
right
fine.
this way.
Yeah? Okay.
It's right over there.
Sure. Brittany, would you like
I will grab a
to
card.
grab a card?
Thank you for
Now that
permission.
it is officially your turn.
Have you ever had successful casual sex? What made it work? No. Someone's always caught feelings one way or the other.
Yeah. I did one time, and I don't know if he caught feelings, but I kind of went into it knowing it was a one-time thing, and it was an ex, so like things were familiar, and afterwards I was like, cool, we're not going to talk about this. We're not telling anybody that this happened, and that's all that
That's
this
always
is.
my agreement. But then there's always like
And we're talking like ongoing, like casual.
casual.
Oh, then no.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Because then
Because
it's
it was
Yeah.
just that one time.
Yeah, so not like a, hey, we hooked up, one more time just cause. Like this is like a
yeah.
ongoing. I have, and ultimately it was perfectly fine.
Just an agreement.
Yeah, it was just like a, hey, we're cool with this, right? Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's
Yeah.
make this happen.
I think as long as you talk about it ahead of time.
For sure.
Like, and you
Yeah,
establish
of
like,
like-
hey, this isn't going anywhere kind
Yep.
of a thing. That way there's nobody that's being led on.
Yeah, I think it's possible. It can be difficult too, because I will also be honest. Like, yes, I'm a dude and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I can jerk off anywhere. Just ask me to go to bed and I'll immediately have sex. I'm also highly emotional, so I will say there have been casual circumstances that I'm the one that's like, oh, I don't know if we should keep actually doing this. As much as the dude part of me is like, this is so cool.
My feelings are hurt.
Yeah, the actual part of me is like, wait, I don't know anymore. So it's
Yeah.
a balance. But like, you guys shut up.
No, I think that's very noble of you.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
up.
gonna have a double X card, please.
Sorry,
I wanted Brittany to hand it to me.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. Well, you can select it again if you would like a different one.
If you could, it literally says this. If you could fuck any movie character, who would you choose? Captain Jack Sparrow. Wow. Hands down.
Ooh.
Because again, it could just be that, and it would be over.
We gotta. It's like a character.
A character, not the celebrity. A
Yeah.
character.
So like I'm trying to think of like,
Oh my gosh.
because I can't just be like Samara Weaving in Babysitter.
Yeah, because she's
It's like that's a character, but
she's
that's not like a. That's just she's kind of like a person in that, right? Does that count as a character?
Yeah.
But that doesn't seem.
You don't have to pick a fucking pirate just because Leah picked a pirate.
I know, but that doesn't seem as raunchy as a pirate. Like
But
I
she's
feel
a
like you
hot
should
character.
be picking like.
She's
No, I feel like a lot of boys have like that crush on a babysitter at some point in their life. You know what I mean? It almost represents like
and
the
she's
hot
also
older,
in a
like,
cult and a like
yeah.
doing work for the devil. Like she's.
Okay, so she is a yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, this is such a hard question.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Nightcrawler.
That was the only thing that could come to my mind. I was like, that's a little freaky, but I would do it. Yeah.
You would?
Yeah, I would.
He
was so crazy in that movie.
If we were
It's a one-time thing.
If we were friends in that and you told me that's what you were going to do and I knew of
You would
him, I
stop
would
me.
try so hard to
And I
prevent
would
that.
not listen to a word you said.
Oh my god, you
Wouldn't
would
hear a
die.
word you say.
You
Just
would
like
die.
how you said, like if
He would record it. Oh my god, it's great.
oh my god,
That's
It's news.
it's
Even if I die, if that's the last thing I do before I go out in this hypothetical world, that's fine.
he's creepy in that movie.
He's hot in that movie.
Okay, that's fair. What were you saying?
oh, it's okay. The moment has gone.
Oh,
I lost it.
it's super gone.
We're fighting in this episode more than the last one.
All right, we're going triple X deck here.
All right.
What's the hottest thing someone has ever said to you in bed?
Oh man.
I believe the fifth.
That's
I don't know if I have one.
I don't know if I
'Cause I'm
want
like-
to share.
Oh, how many skips can we have?
I mean, we haven't skipped any so far. So
Yeah.
if you guys are both also like, I don't really know.
We can also censor certain words if you want to go in and edit. Like if you want to say,
I mean,
see,
Yeah, I
I'm
don't
the one
know.
that says hot stuff, and I feel like everyone else is just like, I don't know, plebs compared to me. So
You are a dominatrix, so
Yeah.
I'm the hot one.
licking Leah.
I'm the one. I'm like, shut up.
shut up.
Unless you're telling me how great I am.
What's the hottest thing someone's ever said to you in bed? Are we before I answer this? Are
I
we
don't know
all
if I can
answering
answer.
this?
I feel like
I'm not about
I
to
just
get
like
caught in the
getting
swallowing
complimented
situation
on
again.
like, I don't know if it's specific, like if this is a cop out answer, but like for me, one of the best parts about the hookup is like when they see you for the first time, because
Yeah.
that to me is like, I've had people say like, your body is perfect, or what are you?
holy shit.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
What
like,
the fuck?
What? Yeah, and then that's where it's like the big reveal to me that
Mm-hmm.
like, so that's exciting for me. I don't know if that's a cop out answer because it's not like, you know, technically happened yet, but that's what I would say.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't have one.
I don't think I have anything safe to say on this podcast right now.
I can't determine if because mine's not that raunchy. I just don't know if I want to say it or not. I'm
Well,
thinking.
then you have to say it.
Yeah, if it's not that raunchy,
If it's
mine
not
is
that
I guess,
simply.
yeah, I guess, yeah, I'm building it up way more. One thing that immediately comes to my mind is like, as things were about to happen, she just, she looks at me and she was just like, I need you in me right now. And I'm like, okay.
That'll do it.
That'll do it.
Yeah,
That's
That's a good one.
That's
that
a
is
good
a good one.
All right. So that counts.
That
That's good.
definitely
Unless you're
counts.
already
That's
in
good.
it, then that's really bad.
My world was shattered.
And that day,
And it was Britney Spears.
My world
And
was
I'm
shattered.
Tristan Timberlake.
And you said yours is too raunchy.
Yeah. We just do a lot of like role play-esque things.
I love that for you.
Yeah. So
There was one. Can I tell a funny story?
absolutely.
There was one time. So you guys know that I dress up as like Elsa for kids parties, and for Halloween one year I was Wonder Woman, and so I have a lot of like costumes. And so, you know, Nick is always the person where he'll be like, why don't you ever just like put those on for me? And so there was this night, and you guys again know I'm awkward. There was this night I like snuck in to the bathroom and I put on the costume, and then I put my robe on over top of it, but I tied it so tight so that it wouldn't come undone. And we also do this funny thing back and forth, or we used to, I guess, when we first started dating, where we'd go, you're my babe, and we go, no, you're my babe, and then we just go back and forth. It's stupid and ridiculous and just like disgusting how cute we are. But so I was like, I walked in and he was like on his phone, like just not
Naturally.
like completely unaware. And like, I'm trying to like, you know, smooth a murder, and he's just like not getting the message. So I was like, so I started doing like the babe thing, and he goes, you're my babe. And I was like, that's not who I am. And he just goes,
That's
what? And I was like,
Who am I?
I was like, you're supposed to ask me who I am. And he
Who
goes,
are you?
who are you? And then I couldn't undo the knot. And so he's like, what is going on? So I finally get it undone, and I was like, I'm Wonder Woman.
That's
That is actually
hilarious.
such a good
I still
story.
got laid.
It's so good.
That is incredible.
Of course, it's still gonna have a happy
I'm
ending.
Wonder Woman.
I absolutely love that.
That's so good.
But
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
I want to do a triple X.
Okay.
I've been doing doubles. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you in bed that you can laugh at now?
I have
Your
a better
story was-
one, actually.
Nothing very like embarrassing. Like queefing when I was younger was embarrassing. Now it's funny every single time, especially because it's always the dude's fault. You're pushing the errand. That's not me. So like we can both laugh. It's your fault. You know that I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing like super crazy.
Okay. I know I just told a funny one. There was one time I was like in the process of turning to a different position, and my feet were up and they were gonna go this way, and I slow motion just kicked his dick. We both literally started laughing so hard that we just stopped. I'm pretty
that's
sure we
That's
just
pretty good.
stopped.
That's
funny.
always that is good. That is good. Yeah, I don't have anything actually like crazy or funny. It maybe just like I have an experience like I farted or something like that. Yeah, maybe like switching positions and accidentally like banging her head off the headboard or
Oh,
something.
yeah, there's
and,
always-
it's like, and I'm like, oh, are you concussed? Please.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god,
You're
are you
bleeding.
Okay.
But yeah,
I'm gonna,
nothing.
I'm gonna do a triple this time. What do you like to hear in bed? Get specific. Didn't we already basically
Yeah,
have this?
we did.
Kinda.
Can I do
We
another
can-
one?
Yeah, we can skip
I
that
feel
one.
like that one's, we already did that. What body parts turn you on the most? Boobs. Boobs and abs. Just this right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, boobs, butts.
Hands and boobs. Men's hands and boobs.
Hands are a good one too. Yeah.
Hands
yeah.
do a lot of the work.
Hands,
Hands
yeah.
are in there.
Hands make sense.
Yeah.
Hands make a lot of sense, actually.
Most of the, and it's funny because now obviously as bisexual women, we have women to look at, but like, I don't want to see a penis. Like
Yeah, I don't
most
really
of the
give a-
time, like that's why
You've
like
seen one, you've seen them all.
like if I got an unsolicited dick pic, I would immediately be offended. If I got an unsolicited boob pic, I'd be like, "This is the best day ever."
Yeah, I
and
would
I
be
think
like,
Oh,
any,
of course.
I think anybody would agree with that.
Yeah.
Even a
Yeah.
straight woman, I think, would agree with that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see
Dicks
boobs.
aren't like cool to look at.
Yeah, they're
True.
not, they're not exciting or fun.
No.
Now, if I got a butt or boobs from a girl, I'd probably be like,
Thank you.
What about the balls? What if you got a ball pic?
I would call the police.
"Excuse me, someone sent me testicles."
When I was in high school, someone put my number on. Have I already talked about this on this podcast?
I don't know. I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
Does that
It was not funny when I was in high school. It's still not funny now, but in the context of this, it's a little funny. Someone put my number on like a dating website or something. And in 2013, there wasn't like Tinder or anything like that. Or like this is probably like 2011. It was like actual like websites. And it had to have been someone I dated or someone I pissed off somehow, and they put they were catfishing, or maybe they were themselves, but they were giving out my number. Every single day I was getting dick pics, and one day I was in English, and I got a dick pic. This was probably my first one that I got, and it was his dick in one hand and a Febreze bottle in the other, and it was the same size. And I was so scarred. Because I was like, what am I looking at? And then I got him every day for like probably 2 or 3 years.
What?
I would have changed my number.
Every time I would say, I'm underage.
Yeah.
This is illegal. I'm underage.
They were probably
for
more
years.
stoked.
Some people would try to fight me on it, like, well, you didn't tell me. And I'm like, well, you're not talking to me.
You're not talking to the...
Some people would not get that they got the wrong number.
Yeah.
Also, starting with a dick pic, like that person's not going to understand anything.
And they probably put in the profile
like,
or whatever,
"Hi, how are you?"
like I'm gonna play dumb or some shit. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It was
Wow.
years.
I would have changed my number.
Insane.
I easily would have changed my number after the first.
I didn't want to tell my mom. It felt like I was doing something wrong. Like I somehow got myself in this position.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything wrong, but like I felt like
Right.
I didn't know how to explain why it was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
I would have just said that I was getting a bunch of spam. or
Febreze
something.
can spam.
Yeah. Oh, Febreze is blowing up my
Wow,
phone.
I keep getting all these,
I don't know.
getting all these
Honestly,
Febreze
sponsor
ads.
me.
Hey, these Febreze ads are getting really weird, Mom. Look. Oh, okay.
20% more Febreze.
Yeah, it's the extra large can.
Finish the we sort of already... My answer would be the same.
Skip it then.
Okay.
Now I'm curious, but.
It was just finish the sentence, not to brag, but I could teach a class on... Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It would be what we talked about earlier.
You know what? Actually, mine would be different.
Okay.
Taking butt
Well, then
pics.
Let's...
Oh, okay. Okay, so we're answering that one.
Taking nudes.
Putting this one down here.
Oh, I could teach a class. Nudes is a good one. I would say I'd go back to like, I think the lead up, like what I would go back to like role playing and what is at like what we're going into that night.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that. And you said yours would be giving head.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That would be
I'm gonna
mine.
do it too. What's something you've tried once in bed and would never do again? I don't like anal. It's just not pleasurable for me. It's not fun. I've tried it more than once, and I am positive that I do not want to do it.
Feels like you gotta poop real bad.
It does. It's not fun.
I would say, I don't know. I guess there's just like certain positions that work well and some that don't. And I would say, I don't know. I guess that's what I would say is, yeah, like there's just certain stuff that works and certain stuff that doesn't. Like it's nothing fancy or whatever, but I think that there's just certain ways that I can.
I don't know if it'd be off
moved.
the table forever, but I'm not like ever excited to like give it a go.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just meant sex in general, like position wise, but like anal for sure, I think is like not something that is like, you know, you just go into breezily and you're just like,
Febrezely?
Let's go.
Febrezely.
I don't know if I have an
it's
answer
not-
for this
it's
one,
not.
unfortunately.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind.
Have you ever
that's
like tied you up or something and you were like, no,
No
never
one's ever
again.
put a finger in your
that
butt?
didn't happen. That didn't happen. I'm usually like, if that ever comes up in conversation, it's never even gotten that far to even attempt to try it. So yeah, there hasn't really been anything that's like been attempted that I'm like, all right, we did that. I don't want to do that again. It's just, yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
unfortunately, no cool answer for that one.
I'm going to take a single X card. I don't think I've done one of these yet. We already answered this. It says, do you think I like to get choked in bed?
How did we get that again?
I know. Well, it was like on a scale of 1 to 10 was the other one. Okay. Do you think I've ever had my ass eaten? Explain.
Why are these
like that
ones?
it
These
says
are not
the
ones.
ones
Like
I
that
think
it
this is
says
like-
explain.
Explain.
Like
ones
what
are
the
like
process?
the ones are like, you guys tell me stuff about what I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
So
Explain.
Do you think I've ever had my ass eaten? Explain.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'm also gonna say yes.
I think it's just culturally become
Yeah,
like a norm.
I would just say I hope that you have, and that is my explanation.
I think it's literally just become like a normal thing.
Yeah, I just feel like that would just be a thing
yeah.
that I would just see you being like.
Oh, I have a
"Yeah, let's go."
question. I don't know if there will be a card that says this, but have you ever been with a partner that refuses to do any type
Certain
of oral?
things.
Yeah, or anything. Yeah.
No.
Like you talk about it and they're like, I don't like doing that, or you just notice that
I
when
literally
things are
was with
happening-
someone for a year and a half that never ever did oral,
Same.
Interesting.
Yeah.
and no judgment, but that also really sucked because he wanted that, but he would not do it.
I'm the kind of person where like if I'm not willing to offer something, then I would be okay with not receiving it as well as unless they really wanted to or something.
He was a narcissist, so.
But when I was younger, I had like a really bad experience like giving oral, and so for a long time I like just didn't really want to do that.
Yeah.
I've become more comfortable with it now, but it's definitely something that I still am like,
My fave.
Yeah,
my
that's
fave.
Yeah,
fair.
no, literally never happened once, never considered, was just like, how dare you even ask me why I don't do that.
yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
Okay, whose turn is it?
Mine.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Should we do two more, like, go around twice?
Yep. Let's
Okay.
do that. I like that. All right. XXX, which are apparently less than the single X.
I know, what the heck.
Or are they?
love this one. Who in this room is most likely to get peed on and like it? The group votes.
Ross.
What?
It just
You've never
seems
been peed on? You seem
No.
like you'd like it.
Do I? What?
I feel
what
like maybe
about
it's
me
just a guy thing. I
makes-
feel like a guy would prefer to be peed on. I don't know if it's just me as a girl that I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, no one asked me if
Well,
I actually.
we were supposed to.
No, we were
Oh.
supposed to
Assume.
say
So
who
I'm
in this
not a-
room. So
So
it's,
I'm not allowed to.
And
say
it doesn't have to
You
be
can
like she
say
peed
who
on
you
your
think.
face. Like,
Yeah.
it could just be like, she's really into it, and so she starts peeing. I'm not saying you're like, all right.
Get the funnel.
Funnels in the kitchen. I'm ready.
Oh man! Any listeners out there or viewers at home, samesies, if you like being
Oh
peed
my
on,
gosh.
we're
No offense to
no
that
offense,
at all.
no
I
judgment.
feel like I
We're
just feel like
just-
it's a guy thing. I feel like because it's closer to like being squirted on. sort
Yeah,
of.
that's what
Like,
I'm
I don't know. I'm
thinking.
thinking it's like a guy would probably be more turned on by that maybe than most women. But I could be wrong. If you're a
I
girl
feel
out
like
there,
everyone
if
just
I
like
pee on accident, like if I'm peeing, then it's like so intense I like cannot control that I'm peeing. And I feel like a guy would be like, that's pretty hot.
yeah.
in that context.
But I feel like
I'm
there's-
not,
Like I said, I didn't say that she's like, all right, open up.
No,
I'm peeing
but
on
I
your
also
face.
feel like
But this is most
there
likely to
is
get
just,
peed on and like it.
There are just like golden
I guess that makes
showers.
sense.
There's
Yeah, that's
just
true.
like people that enjoy that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And you did have a blanket for these reasons.
Well,
You didn't specify all the liquids on
I
the
guess
blanket.
not.
This one's boring. Can
Okay,
I get
pick
another,
another
one?
one.
Yep.
What about your sex life would surprise the group the most? I don't know if there's anything surprising. I feel like sexual things are so fluid.
Yeah.
I would just say like probably like our openness to like it not just being the two of us.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Yeah.
Rosarita?
I don't know. Actually.
I feel like Ross to me is like a Ken doll. Like there's nothing, you know what I mean? So like I feel like I'd be if you literally were
See,
like
it was-
anything you've said so far, I've been like, wow, Ross having sex. That's just never even like been in my brain.
That I guess the most surprising thing would be of maybe how active it is. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe is that surprising?
Yes.
So
Okay.
it's just not missionary.
Not in a bad way.
one
Not in
and
a bad
done.
way. I think it's
Oh,
a
I
good
was-
thing. I'm happy for you. I just meant like
Yeah.
like because I don't know.
I'm a Ken doll.
I feel
'Cause
like
I'm a Ken doll.
yeah, you're a Ken doll to me, and like I feel like we all hang out and talk pretty frequently. And I'm not just like, oh, maybe Ross had sex today. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's just never like in my brain. Like I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's very fair.
but I don't think that about most of my friends.
That's true.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
really hanging out with somebody. I'm like, when's the last time they had sex?
And how'd they do it?
I wonder,
Yeah.
how did they do it? What was it like? So yeah,
Did they
maybe
get
that's
peed on?
maybe
Did they
that's
like
the most
it?
surprising thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
You.
Oh,
Second to last round. We got to make it good.
I felt like the single X's have been the like
They
softest,
apparently
Yeah.
have.
so I'm gonna grab
This
that.
is going to be like, do you like holding hands?
Yeah.
Do you
I would
think
be like that
I've
too.
ever eaten? Why do I keep getting these? Can I pick another one?
Yes. You're getting I should be getting the booty questions.
That's so
Yeah,
good.
Bootylicious Brittany.
Yeah,
I guess
what the
Lick
hell?
and Leah. I'm like, okay. Do I give off more top or bottom energy?
Top.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a top
Yeah.
for sure. I could do both, but I'm definitely more top.
Okay.
Are we gonna do it for everybody?
Oh,
Okay,
we
sure.
could. Yeah.
Ross, I think that you're a bottom.
Okay.
I could see Ross going either way. I feel like probably more of the time.
I feel like the girls that you've been with. Okay, maybe that's not appropriate. Bleep all of that out. I feel like
We'll probably forget to edit
the
that.
kind of girls that you're interested in tend to be like more like
Go-getters.
Yeah, saucy girls.
So maybe
Okay.
like more of the time you let them be like take the reins kind of
Okay.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see that as a respectful thing though too. I don't see you as like a lazy bottom. I see you as a respectful
No,
bottom.
yeah.
Yeah. But not all the time. I could see
That
you
makes sense.
yeah.
Sometimes I see you as a lazy bottom.
Wait, just sitting there waiting with your mouth open to get peed on.
I feel like I could depending on the day, I could see Brittany being like, I'm gonna lay here and you're just gonna do
Yeah,
you're
get
just
it
gonna
over
do
with.
it for me. But then I could also see you being
It's
a top for sure.
day to day.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I would just say, I mean, you just spoiled the answer, so now I really can't give a different opinion. I would just
That's
go with
true.
what Leah said. Yeah.
All right, we got 2 more cards, right?
Um,
Or we go around again.
We're
you
going
just
around
went. So
again.
yeah, this will be the final round.
I got it.
All 3 of us will
Okay,
go.
okay.
Which one do I do?
I know that's why I'm like we should have done a 3 rounds so we
So
could
we
each
win.
do.
Well, I don't ever know what card I did last. I'm just flying by
Okay,
the
so,
seat of my
so
pants.
do we want to do 3 more rounds? Is that what we're doing?
No,
Oh no,
I gotta
it's
pee.
fine.
Okay.
Don't get
Did you want?
Yeah.
Did you want to go with her?
I was about to say, is that a joke?
Are you trying to be funny?
What was my reaction supposed to be to that, Brittany? So one more round.
One more round.
One more round.
Okay.
Brittany's got a piddle.
I'm going
Piddle
to.
battle.
I'm going to go with a. We'll go with single X, as those seem
Yeah.
to be.
They seem to be better somehow.
Until Ross draws a card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this one. I'll let you guys decide if we answer this one. This one could be funny, also could just be nothing at all. Has anyone in the group ever named a private part? What did you name it?
I
feel like that
mean,
could
I'm
either be
always
funny
calling
or
it
not.
different things.
I don't know if this counts, but when I was little, I called my vagina my china because I couldn't say vagina. So
Amazing.
sometimes I
Yeah.
refer to it as my china to be funny.
It's delicate.
Yeah.
Just dingling.
Are we accept?
Just dingling. I guess I do call them
dingling.
nudies.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Nudies.
So are we accepting
I
that one as
think
like
you
an
should
answer
pull
or
another
pull another
card.
one?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not in a sexual way though. That's
I'll-
in like a I don't want to talk about it in a sexual
Yeah,
way. It is
yeah,
if
yeah.
it's non-sexual, it is a nudie.
Let's do a triple X since I'm getting a second chance here.
Yep.
What about your sex life feels hard to admit? This is a good one. I feel
Okay.
like that's a pretty good one because that means we gotta like.
Then we gotta open up.
Yeah,
a
we gotta
bit.
open up a little bit. What about your sex life feels hard to admit? For me, it would probably be how emotional I am about it most of the time. I'm way less, even if it's like a one-time thing or a casual thing. Most of the time, I am like, I feel about this a lot. So yeah,
Okay.
maybe that.
Do you
But
have your answer?
Yeah.
What is it?
I might sneeze. So give me a sec.
That's 10% of an orgasm.
congrats.
You know what? So something that I would say, is it about our sex life? Is that what it was?
Yes, something about our sex life that feels hard to admit.
Okay, so for me, I've always kind of struggled with like pelvic floor issues. So frequency, I'm not somebody that like gets aroused a lot. Like I could probably go the rest of my life without having sex and be like, it's fine. Like that is in some ways like Nick is the most understanding fucking human being like when it comes to that stuff because I'm like there'll be times for sure when like I can tell that he wants to and I'll be like I'm really sorry and he's like don't be sorry.
Yeah.
Like this is like your decision too and like I would not even want to do it if you weren't like for it. But he's thank God like super, super patient, but like there are definitely times where I know that it's because of like me that like I have these issues. And so I'm the person where I'm sitting there like, oh, there's something wrong with me. And like I should be trying to like fix these issues so that then I can not only like spend more time doing that with my partner and, you know, like being closer in that way, but also because my sexual health, I feel like, is almost non-existent because of the fact that like I just am like not, I feel like my libido is like
That's so normal
nothing.
for women though. It's just not talked about often. Mine's the same just
Yeah.
because PCOS, like I'm in a lot in like half of
Yeah.
the month. So that's going to
and
put a damper on it.
endometriosis is
Yeah.
the same with me as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably it. But we just find ways to get creative.
Yeah.
But
and that's the
there's
thing
so
is,
many there's so many nights where it's just like I can't.
Yeah, there's lots of things that you can do outside of that
Yeah.
for sure.
But it is a hard thing to like come to terms with and navigate.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that's my thing.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. B, you're up.
Okay. What would your younger self not believe about your sex life today?
That it happens.
Yeah, that I'm having
Yeah, how
sex
young
with.
was I? There's not much. I've always been the same into the same things.
Yeah. I think my younger self would probably be surprised by like what you had said earlier about like the willingness to like bring other people into the picture.
Yeah.
Because I've always been like the kind of person that like I've always had very serious boyfriends, like dated them for like years at a time, like never really casually dated anybody. And so to know like the monogamist, is that the monogamist in myself, in my heart and in my soul is the kind of person that's like, no, I mean, it could kind of waver specifically in a sexual way.
Yeah.
I think that would probably surprise me because like, you know, when you're like in 7th grade and you even start having sexual feelings for anybody, you're like, this is the person
Yeah,
for the
that's
rest
true.
of my life. So I'd say that's probably what it is.
My main answer, as dumb as it is, would just be if I were just telling a younger me that it's just happening at all. They'd be like, "You get
Oh,
to
hell
see
yeah, dude."
boobs, and like
You get peed on?
And I'm like,
Pornhub is just free.
yeah, I can just get on the internet.
Oh my gosh, the access to porn.
Yeah.
Nowadays, OnlyFans existing.
True.
Like you can see your classmates naked. The people
Oh,
that
God.
you went to
Yeah.
school with, you
Yeah.
probably
True.
can see them naked on the internet. Not everyone, but some of them.
We got one more card. Or are we done?
Leah
has one more
goes,
card.
and then
Oh,
Matt.
that was yours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
and
my
then
God.
this is it. Final card for this episode.
Which one should I? Do you guys think I should do a XXX since the game is XXX?
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that's. What is the most vivid sex dream you've ever had? Describe in detail. I actually don't think I. Can I pick another one?
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like I have like a specific one.
I wouldn't have one that like sticks out where I'm like, yeah, let's talk about this story.
Let me talk about this one of this person and
All right. Here's a spicy one. Where do you like your partner to finish, and where do you
Ooh.
like to? I'm a happily married woman who may or may not be infertile, so I'm like, shoot up the club,
Yeah.
my friend. I don't care. If it happens, it happens. I am good with that.
Fair.
As far as me finishing, I mean, if I
yeah,
finish,
I would hope that I'm finishing
I'm like, if I'm finishing it all, that's great.
in the correct way.
Probably on a towel.
Fair.
on the weird blanket.
on the weird crusty blanket.
Weird crusty blanket.
Yeah. By the way, when I crashed at your guys' house a couple weeks ago, that blanket I had was really weird. By the way, I forgot to talk
need to
about
wash
A
that.
that
weird
thing.
stain.
Yeah, it was super strange. I woke up, it was right beside my face. What am I answering? Where I like to finish? Anywhere.
I'm just happy to be here.
Just super stoked to be here. I would like to thank the Academy and. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I can't have. I'm not a dude who has like the preference of like, oh man, if I can get a face or if I can like, it doesn't matter to me that much. Just genuinely the fact that it's happening.
Have you ever had somebody that
perfectly
wanted
fine.
you to finish somewhere specific that was different or
Shocking
like-
in that moment. We were like, oh, yeah, okay.
Other than inside? No.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm indifferent about this one. I think it really depends on the circumstance, what's happening, and I'm open.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Well, speaking of finishing, I think we just
Wow.
finished this episode, guys.
We just got to know each other a lot better.
We all just came to the end of this episode.
I really hope my mom doesn't watch this.
I know. We gotta block some people.
Oh, I was hoping we were going to keep going with sex puns and stuff.
I have to pee, Ross.
Oh, you do. Sorry. Well, then in that case, Brittany, what do we tell the people to say goodbye to them?
What do we tell them? To follow us? Honestly, say bye. Okay, I'm gonna
Like
spank
and
that
subscribe.